Down at the line of scrimmage.
White captain got all sides on the blue. Be first in.
Let's go back.
You want penalty? Be first about 20, right?
So now it is Kentucky guilty of consecutive mistakes. One, too much time, now offside.
That's a big break for Penn State because it was 1st and 10 on the 21-yard line. It's now 1st and 10 on the 31-yard line.
1st and 20.
1st and 20, right. They're almost, I would say, out of field goal range.
Kentucky, 1st and 20 at the Penn State 31 after back-to-back 5-yard penalties. There goes Stewart. Football is loose. Penn State has it. Tony Petruccio picks up Stewart's fumble, and Penn State has the football, and that's Kentucky's first turnover.
Ramsey came right back with the play that broke a moment ago for the big gainer, and it almost broke again. He drops the ball on the way down, which is a big break for Penn State, because that was another good play by Rod Stewart.
Neil Hutton made the tackle that forced the fumble. Tony Petruccio came up with it, and I'm trying to pick up who is receiving attention on the field. Penn State player injured on the play. Incidentally, coming up at halftime, we'll have another of our special features for you. Features which you folks have told us you've enjoyed so very much. So be sure to stay with us at halftime. 4 minutes, 38 seconds left to play first half. 7-0 Kentucky, and this is truly an inspired Kentucky football team.
That's right, Ray. And Rod Stewart has gained 90 yards in this first half.
Neil Hutton is the player injured, Max, who made the tackle on the last play that forced Stewart to cough up the football.
Neil Hutton has been around that ball all day. He's played a tremendous game, and they're going to miss him in that defensive backfield. He's hurt.
All right, Penn State 1st and 10, Penn State 18-yard line. Cephalo wide to the right. Husina at quarterback, Stutz at fullback. This is Steve Geis, struggling out across the 20 for about 3 yards, maybe 4. Let's see now. Penn State risks putting the ball in the air. Husina has been intercepted twice, and he almost had one picked off for what could have been a touchdown. Let's see if there's any hesitancy to put the ball in the air with just over 4 minutes to play in the first half. Penn State is 2nd and 7 at the Penn State 21. Andy Oncott is in at tight end now. Penn State in a double wing. He tried to get the ball to Geis, his tailback. Did I see Cephalo down to the right of Husina? I think Husina did not see Cephalo, who was wide open at the near sideline.
That's right. I'm not sure. They might have used Cephalo as a decoy there, but Andy Oncott ran a short square out on this side. Of course, Cephalo went deep, and they were trying to throw the ball back to Geis on the far sideline, and that pass, too, could have possibly been intercepted.
It is 3rd and 7 at the Penn State 21. A little delay, and Dave Stutz gets it out to the 25, but it's going to be 4th down, and Kentucky's going to get the football.
Penn State has been unable to move the ball and with any kind of consistency. They'll make a first down, but they haven't really consistently moved the ball well, and they're going to have to keep that ball away from Kentucky.
Kentucky has 10 men up on the line. Pitsky now shortens up by a couple of yards. Very high. Good punt. Saganos is back at the 25. Marker down. The whistle has blown.
I didn't see a fair catch. Maybe
there was no fair catch signal.
No, I don't see why there'd be a penalty there because I didn't see him signal for a fair catch. He just didn't run after he caught it.
There was no signal for a fair catch.
I think when he caught it, he saw those white jerseys and he said, time out.
Let's listen. Maybe we can get something from the referee.
No first down, no flag.
There was no penalty flag. That was just a mistake. First down, Kentucky at the Kentucky 24. 3 minutes, 10 seconds left first half.
We'll watch the catch again. He didn't signal. He almost signaled, but he didn't. And all at once, all white jerseys. I can see why maybe he would have liked to have coughed it up.
There's a hello plane. This is Hill on a sweep. He gets a couple of yards. Brian Kistler, number 40, a freshman from Shanksville, has replaced Neil Hutton at defensive halfback. So now, Penn State, already riddled by injury prior to the game, has lost, for how long we don't know, their quarterback, John Andrus, and the defensive halfback, Neil Hutton. It is 2nd and 5, Kentucky at the Kentucky 29. And there goes a marker down. And we might have a penalty against Penn State.
I'm sure they're going to call a late hit there, Ray. I didn't see exactly. I think it was Matt Millen came in a little late, and they're going to. I think a penalty is probably in order here.
So with 2:28 left in the half,
Personal foul number 60.
Matt Millen.
You'll watch it here. This was an option to throw the ball. He could throw around. He decided to keep the ball, and of course he's bottled up there. And if you'll watch right at the end there, he is down, and they call the late hit right there. Very close call, by the way.
First down, Kentucky 43-yard line for the Wildcats. One thing very interesting there I noticed as penalty markers go flying, as Ed Smolder, the left guard, moved prematurely. Kurt Allerman was blitzing on first down, the linebacker.
I think they would like to get that ball back, right? It seems like they'd like to have one more offensive shot this half, and see if they can get something on the scoreboard.
5-yard penalty against Kentucky. 1st and 15 for the Wildcats at the Kentucky 38. The clock running. 2 minutes left in the half. This is Greg Woods. He gets about 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. Ran into Kurt Allerman.
You know, Ray, you mentioned Warren Bryant. Both of those 2 big runs by Rod Stewart, they keyed right off the block of this big Bryant. He's some kind of football player.
This is Woods. Gets about a yard or so. Bill Banks finally brought him down. He slipped a couple of tackles.
You'll see him shed Kurt Allerman here, who had a good shot to get him behind the line of scrimmage. These Kentucky backs are running hard, and this young man is strong.
Ramsey. Hit out of bounds by Bill Crummey. Randy Burke made the catch.
That's the first completion for him today. Randy Burke caught first pass that Derek Ramsey's completed today. But it was a big one.
At the Penn State 44-yard line, 1 minute, 11 seconds left in the first half. Just joined us, Kentucky leading 7-0. Went 59 yards after a pass interception. This is Woods. He stops the clock at the 40-yard line as Brian Kistler, the freshman who's really getting a baptism here, replacing the injured Neil Hutton. And Joe Dupre, a running back, is replacing Stewart at fullback. 1:06 left in the half now. Kentucky 2nd and 6 at the Penn State 40.
They did go right to work on Brian Kistler. They threw underneath him a while ago, and now they're running at his side.
About 1 yard for number 22, Chris Hill, ran into Hostetler. It's going to be 3rd down and 5, and Kentucky going without a huddle as the clock is running, and less than a minute now remaining in the first half. It's a backward pass. And number 2, Greg Woods, realized it was a backward pass. In other words, it could have been recovered by Penn State.
You'll see the option here. Derek Ramsey threw the ball a little late, and he caught Greg Woods not suspecting the ball. As a result, Penn State almost got this ball back in good field position.
Kentucky on 4th down and 9 has asked for a timeout with 25 seconds left in the half. George Paterno, your thoughts here.
Oh, Ray, Kentucky's hurting Penn State with a misdirection play by the fullback. And after Penn State stops for a few downs, he breaks it. Now, as I said before, the heat's going to be a big factor. And once again, Penn State's defense has been forced to play most of the game. Conditioning will definitely be an emphatic factor in the second half.
That gentleman there in blue is Fran Kersey, the head coach of the Kentucky Wildcats.
You know, Ray, they had less than ideal workout conditions at State College this week. It rained several days, and probably Penn State didn't get as much work in for this game as they'd normally like to do.
When time is back in, it'll be 4th and 9 Kentucky at the Penn State 43. Punt formation time for Pete Gemmel. Maudie back at the 10. 25 seconds left in the half. Good punt. Into the end zone, over the end line. Marker down at the 42-yard line of Penn State. Offside, Penn State.
I think the question here will
Defense
be
is
whether
offside. If you take the play, it'll be their ball, a touchback. You take the penalty, it'll be 4th and 5.
Take the penalty.
Take the penalty.
So Kentucky elects to take the penalty. It'll be 4th and 5 with 18 seconds now left in the half.
it is strange, not really strange, but it's an odd situation. They could have given Penn State the ball on the 20-yard line, or they could kick again. Maybe Penn State will put the block on, and if they end up blocking a punt, then they'll decide it might not have been that good a call.
Penn State at the moment. Now Kentucky's asked for a timeout. They're going to try and run the football. Well, incidentally, the Penn State Football Television Network would like to know your opinion of our telecasts. We're trying very hard to continue to bring you the telecasts and are interested in knowing if you enjoy watching Penn State football. We'd like to hear from you. Here's the address. Comments, TCS, Box 71048, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The zip code, and don't forget that, 15213. Comments, TCS, Box 71048. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The zip code is 15213. Are you a bit surprised at this decision here, Max? What if they fumble the ball?
I was surprised if they took the penalty. Why would they take the penalty if they were going to kick it again? I would have gone ahead and let the kick play. So evidently that they decided to run the ball here and see if they can get something on the scoreboard. They got time, you know, to make a first down and kick a field goal.
4th and 3, Kentucky.
They're trying to draw them offside. That was the whole deal right there.
By using an unusual cadence, they were trying to draw Penn State offside, which would have given Kentucky a first down, but it didn't work. Penn State has the football with 14 seconds left in the half. So I'll be very honest with you. I do not fully understand that bit of strategy there by Kentucky, but whatever. Penn State has the ball, not at the 20 where they would have had it on a punt, but at the Penn State 36-yard line, and 14 seconds left in the half.
I think Fran Kersey's thinking there was it was less than 5 yards for a first down. So they go up there and take the long count, take a shot on Penn State jumping offside, and that gives them possibly 3 to 4 more plays to get in field goal range. But Joe Paterno's teams are not very apt to jump offside at that particular moment.
Again, for those of you who joined us late, Penn State has lost by injury 2 players. Quarterback John Andrus on the second play of the game. Chuck Fusina has replaced him. Neil Hutton a few moments ago here in the second quarter, and he was replaced at defensive halfback by Brian Kistler. So with 14 seconds left in the first half, Penn State 1st and 10 at the Penn State 36. Fusina is down, and that was probably the final play of the first half by Tim Gooch and Raleigh Skur, a couple of Kentucky linemen, and that's the end of the first half. With the score, Kentucky 7, Penn State nothing. We'll be back right after this.
yet.
I know. We should not get the cue when the music's still playing. I hear music in my ears. There's no way they can record this. There was no further scoring. The half ended with the score Kentucky 7, Penn State nothing. We'll be back right after this.
Okay, now you want to get in position now. Max,
Same place as before the game.
here are your cards. That's the orders they will come in.
The Penn State football team, of course, has followers from a widespread area, and the various Commonwealth campuses serve people and reaching out in just about the same manner.
I'm Joe Douglas, Associate Dean of Commonwealth Campuses at Penn State. I'm sure you know about Penn State's central campus at University Park, but do you know that Penn State also has 21 other campuses located throughout the state? This Commonwealth campus system puts a Penn State education within commuting distance of nearly everyone in Pennsylvania. So, if you're thinking about going to college, take it from me, it's worth it. There are job opportunities now regardless of your background, but you must be trained to qualify, and Penn State can help you get that training. For information, write me, Professor Joe Douglas, 111 Old Main, University Park, PA, 16802, or call the office of the registrar at your nearby Penn State campus. Penn State wants to serve you.
Well, Max McGee, you've had a moment or so here to gather your thoughts as far as the first half is concerned. What are your feelings?
All right, 2 interceptions had something to do with the first half, one of which stopped a Penn State drive, a ball that probably shouldn't have been thrown. That's somewhat of an inexperience coming from Chuck Facina, who is in the game because John Andress was hurt early in the game. Of course, the other interception, Kentucky took it, made a long drive, and scored a touchdown. So that's about been it for the first half. Kentucky broke open a quick opener for a long game, but it resulted in no score.
You know, each week the Penn State band, the cheerleaders, and our friend, the Nittany Lion, the mascot, Andy Bailey, get all of our spirited fans who back the Lions excited, and we have a special feature for you on that subject.
Hey, take it away. Get that ball and fight.
I got for football and track. I'm proud to wear it now when I cruise around the other parts of the town. I got my decal and badge. So be true to your school. Just like you would to your school. Be true to your school. Don't let your colors fly. Be true to your school.
Do it again. You like it. You like it.
We'll be jacked up on the football game and I'll be ready to fight. We're gonna smash it now. My girl will be working on her pom-poms now and she'll be